Italians know their cheese. But dare I say no, Italian cheese has better proven this than burrata. This relatively young cheese was developed in the 20th century. The exterior resembles fresh mozzarella, but break into it with a fork, and you'll find a surprise inside, an ooey gooey mixture of cream and small cheese curds. It's just begging to be scooped up with a slice of crunchy Italian bread. Get to know this Italian cheese. Here's everything you need to know about burrata. What is burrata? Burrata is a soft, fresh Italian cheese made from cow's milk. Based on the outer appearance alone, this cheese could easily be mistaken for fresh mozzarella. And that's because the outer shell is made of soft mozzarella. But break into it, and you'll be pleasantly surprised to find an oozing, soft interior made of small cheese curds and cream. In fact, the Italian word burro translates to butter, giving you an idea of just how rich and creamy it is. This decadent cheese originated in southern Italy and dates back to the early 1900s, at least 4 centuries after the development of mozzarella. Ever since, burrata has been a key ingredient in Italian dishes such as pizza, pasta, and caprese salads. But in my opinion, there's no better way to eat burrata than on its own with a little olive oil and Italian bread. How is burrata made? Stretched curd cheeses are made by heating curds in hot water and literally stretching them, says Caitlin O'Connor, head cheesemonger at the Wine Source in Baltimore. Cheese curds are stretched, kneaded, and molded in 150-degree water until they become a firm, pliable sheet of mozzarella. Next, the cheese skin is stretched into a pouch and filled with a mixture of loose mozzarella curds that have been mixed with cream. Finally, the burrata is cinched, spun, and sealed, resulting in a little blob of delicious cheese with a gooey, creamy center. It's essentially mozzarella that gets filled with cream and stracciatella, shreds of curd. What does burrata taste like? We've established that burrata is rich, so it should come as no surprise that it is often described as buttery. Truthfully, the thing that's so beautiful about this fresh cheese is the supreme balance it achieves in both flavor and texture. Burrata has similar flavor notes as fresh mozzarella cheese, but with a more decadent, concentrated milky taste and a sweetness that's reminiscent of rich cream. Burrata versus mozzarella. Based on appearance alone, it's easy to confuse burrata with fresh mozzarella. But as we know, looks aren't everything. Mozzarella is an essential ingredient in burrata. It is used to make the outer wrapping or shell. But unlike mozzarella, which is made from stretched curds all the way through, burrata's center is made from a mixture of fresh cream and curds. The two kinds of cheese are similar in flavor, but burrata has a looser, more rich texture, thanks to the cream. Burrata is also higher in fat than mozzarella, again thanks to the cream. Both types of cheese are typically packaged in some type of liquid to retain moisture. While both kinds of cheese are rich in flavor and texture, burrata's creamy center makes it ideal for the occasional indulgence. Substitutes for burrata? The next best thing to burrata is, you guessed it, fresh mozzarella. Because the two cheeses bear a resemblance in both flavor and ingredients, they are going to make the best substitutes for one another in recipes. However, you won't get that same creamy, loose texture with mozzarella that you get with burrata. But if you're planning to melt the cheese, fresh mozzarella is the better and more affordable choice anyway. The appeal of burrata is its creamy center, which is lost when it is melted. How to eat burrata? To make the most of burrata, use it in dishes that can really show off its texture contrast, and always serve it at room temperature for best results. As we've already established, drizzling it with a little olive oil and scooping it up with crunchy Italian bread is my favorite way to indulge in it. But you can also serve burrata over top of a salad, paired with fruit, or as a pizza topping. Just be sure to place it on the pizza after baking so you don't lose the texture. And of course, this Italian cheese is the perfect pairing for fresh tomatoes and basil. How to store burrata? The decadent, creamy texture of burrata makes it a little difficult to preserve. Once cut into, burrata is best enjoyed immediately. This cheese isn't going to freeze well because of its high moisture content. Refrigerate in its original packaging or in an airtight container filled with water for up to 5 days. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like and subscribe for more interesting food trivia.